the grid appear. Draft your first line here. Design a new world. Watch your vision unfold.
So for an assembly drawing, what you have to take note is that you have the parts, the individual parts, and you have to look at how they all fit together and then draw them as one unit. Okay, draw them as one unit. So for this one, you have a null joint where you have this part A and then this part B coming together for them to be secured with this pin and then this taper pin to make sure that they are in position, fixed in position. So this is a very important joint in mechanical engineering or engineering for that matter, and we are going to look at how it all joins together. Now, one advantage of AutoCAD, as we will see, is that we can even draw them, let's say from the front view, and then even from there we can just try and see if they can fit. You see, for when it comes to you even drawing on paper, it becomes quite difficult trying to see how all this fits into one component. But we are going to look at how to use AutoCAD to do that, and it's going to be very easy. Okay, and simple. Right, so we have to draw this. The first thing we can do is to draw them in the front view, because that will be a bit easy. Then we can draw it in other views. So we have to look at it this way as the front view based on this arrow, and then we'll draw the individual parts and then see. So I'm going to start with this part. First, I'm going to select my template. I'm going to use the template that I used some time ago. Drawing template. Okay, so change to the workspace. Okay, and then just increase this, and then let me change my workspace to draft annotation. Okay, and then create my layers, borderline, center, text, title block. I can add more, MV, report. Okay, right, then I can begin with my drawing. Looking at this side, have a diameter of 52, so a circle with a diameter of 52. Okay, and then another one with a diameter of 25. D 25. So I am going to draw a line through, identifying the center of the whole piece. Okay, then from this side to the end, that's from the center, you have 130. Oh, okay, so let me have a line here, and then offset 130. Okay, then offset 44. That is for this side. Then the thickness of this is 28. Okay, 28. So 28 divided by 2 is 14. Have 4 offset at the top, 14, offset down 14. Okay. Then trim this side away. Okay, so Then we have this octagonal end. Then from the octagonal end to this side, there's actually no dimension. So probably we can just make it 20. So all right, so let's um okay, so we are going to have something like this, but for this side there should be a recess. So we are going to reduce the diameter 28. We are going to reduce it to 20 at the small end. Okay, this goes. Okay, and also as you can see, from this side to this side you have the knobs. So we can use something, let's say this the fillet, the radius of, let's say, 4. Let's see how far will be. Okay, so 4 is perfect. Okay, right, then we come here. We can draw a line from here to here, and then in doing that we can have an offset about 5 or 6 down to show the pattern. Okay, show the pattern. This. Okay, then try to get an arc here. Start end radius. Then we trim. We copy the same thing here. Okay, then we trim. We can have another one here. Start end. So another radius. Okay, then we move it up here. Mirror. Select this and then we mirror to the other side. Okay, so we have this. Okay, right, so for the front view of this side, we can also see if we can do an offset here. Okay, right, then let's cut this a bit. Okay, extend this. Well, you can change that layer or this layer to a center line. Then we can have another center line right across here. Okay, so we are done with this one, the front view. Then we move on to this side. Just see how this side will pass out to be. So the same say 52. Okay, so I can just draw it here. That is one power of AutoCAD. I can just decide to draw it here. One side is 52 diameter, starting from here. The inside one is 25, just like this. Diameter 25. And then I draw this line that I'll use to offset the rest. The same 28 over here, so I'm going to offset 14 up and down. That'll be 28. And then from the center to this end is 105. Oh, I'm supposed to get this line first. Let me just extend it once for all. So this is 105. Okay. Okay, so now that is done, I can fillet here. Yeah. And then next is to let's see. Yep. So the next thing is to get the 44 here. Okay. Then since it's similar to this, okay, what I can do is to go here. Copy. Okay, let me finish with something here, then I can copy accurately. So the 44, and then let me just make the 20 extension over here. Okay, and then offset down. Let me check the measurement. To check a measurement, you go to utility, select measure. Let me measure from here to here is 20. Okay, so it's 20. So I'm going to offset 10 up, 10 down, then trim. This goes, this goes, this goes, this goes, and then this goes, and this also goes, and that one too goes. Right, so we have similar settings here. Okay, then we have, right, so what I am going to do is to mirror this side. Yeah, this and this. draw them right here, and then go and move them this center to this center. Okay, have the same thing here. Now extend this and this, and then we have the center like this. Okay. Okay, so now that we've done this and we've done this, looking at it, we know that this will just fit right on this. So we can just move this center, okay, and then put it right on top of this. One component completed. Okay, then is there anything? Yeah. So the next thing is to add this, and then this, and then this. So as I said, front view. So this one we can just draw it separately and move it there with respect to the center. The diameter is 25, right? Yeah. So D 25, and then 38, right? So 25, another B of 38, then move it to the center. Okay, but this will now become hidden because it's behind. Okay, so hidden, right? And then we are going to have the hole through this. Okay, what's the diameter of that hole? What's the diameter of that hole? Okay, it didn't actually say, but looking at it, I think it has a diameter of 6. So a diameter of 6, right? So offset 3 here, here. Then let me trim this 2 to portray the hole. Then will be a hidden one, of course. Then this will be on top of this. Okay, there's the same ring of 3825. The same ring of 3825. So so it means that this will now be firm because that will be on top of this. So okay, then we'll draw our hole, our pin, this pin from the front view of this line, then offset 3, offset 3, yeah, draw a line from here to here, extend the center line a bit. The length is what? This is diameter of 25, and this is a pin, so 25. Let's make it, let's say, okay, it's stated 20 here. Okay, so 20, and I'm guessing this won't be a true hole, so 20, but it tapers. Okay, so let's make it 2 here, 2 there, and then I'm going to move this line because it's supposed to taper. Okay, so means this hole will taper too. Okay, so let's just taper for this. It's a cylindrical hole, so it's cylindrical pin. So we put in a center line. Right, it's not showing as a center line. Okay, then we pick it up and then we put it in the center. Okay, now we have to make sure it gets exposed. Okay, because that will tell us other stuff. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so if that happens, we can decide that, okay, well, since this won't go through, we are going to create our hole right around this. So what we can do is to extend this here. Okay, okay, so we will pick this hole here. So this one too will be hidden. Yeah, so we have our front view. Okay, we have our front view. We now have to move on to the plan. Okay, okay, so since this video will take a while, so I'll just cut it short. Okay, so front view. So with the front view, what we are going to do is that we are just going to extend the plan. We are just going to extend some of the lines here to give us some of the things that we are supposed to have. Make it quite easier for us. Okay, so we are looking at this area, the top here. From this side to this side, you have 18, 30, 18. So I'm going to draw a center line. This is 30 in between, so I am going to offset 15. I'll be a bit fast, so else the video will be too long. So offset 18, 15, 15 here to be 30, and then I'll offset 18 up and then down here, then another line from this side. That is for the for the for the end here. Then from there, from the center to this end is 32. That's the side 32, and that's where the center comes in. So from that center 32, so I'll offset 32. Okay, and then another diameter or another circle of radius 15, right here the center one has a radius of 15. and one has a radius of 30. Okay. So the radius of 15 is for the internal side. So let's see, the internal, and then the one of 30 is for the external. Okay, so I'm going to use the external later. Let me finish up with the internal ones. Then also this plus this will give us 36, plus this should give us 66. So let me check if it's right from this side to this side. Oh, what's happening? Distance from this side to this side, 66. Okay, so we move on. Then the top here is 28. Okay, so right, so 28, which is 14, is sitting on both ends. Okay, so I'm just going to extend these lines here, this line here, and because it is circular, I can also decide to just copy this side. Okay, so because it's cylindrical, we can just copy, okay, and then make necessary corrections. So yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I deleted these lines. We have to figure out how all this will come together to form. Um, let's see. Let's see. So there needs to be some sort of an inclination joining this part. Okay. So what we can do, uh, at this point, um, do our fillet first, and then this side needs to be trimmed. This side also needs to be trimmed. Same with this. Okay, Then we can have oh, just a minute. Okay, so I can just draw a line from this side to maybe get the hole here. $25. Okay, then try to get the hole first. Okay, then when I get the hole, I'm going to draw a line from this side to this side. Or draw a line from this side to a tangent. So let me just make sure my tangent is ticked. Right. So tangent here. Yeah. Then keep trimming. Maybe check. Okay. So trim this part. Then I can mirror this using that as my center here. This doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I don't know if it's a dimensional mistake, but this is what I'm going to do. 1818 over here, 1818. So this circle, which is supposed to be 30, I'll increase it and make it more than 30. Just make it this so that I can be able to match it up with what is already there. So I can trim this side and then let me increase my fillet radius to about 5. Let me increase it to about 7 because it has to be profound. Okay, it's gone. So I have to draw the circle again. Then do the fillet for this side. Okay. Okay, since the circle doesn't show here, it has to go. And at this side too, it has to go. Okay, then still trimming. This has to go, this has to go. Okay, let me leave that one for now. Okay, let me leave that one for now. Then I am going to shade the holes up. Um, so solid, because they are holes, shade them up. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to draw this. Considering 15 on both sides. Okay, we aren't done with this yet. There's some few work to do, so we'll get on with it. So the bigger circle is 52, diameter 52, so we are going to offset 52. Okay, what is the half of 52? We've drawn the side, 52, half of 52. And the other one is diameter of 25. So half of 25, 12.2, right? Okay, that is also another whole true. Then you have 28, which registers as 14 here, 14 there. Okay, and then from the center we have 105. As I said, we can use the same thing here from here. So that's 105, next 20, and then we can copy this, deselect these ones, and copy this here. Okay, okay, so we can now fillet this using a fillet radius of about I'm seeing something about 2. Okay, so let me measure the last one. So a fillet radius of 1. Okay, When the line goes, just draw another one. And use that. Okay, so we have a head. So a fillet radius of 1. Okay, when the line goes, just draw another one. And use that. Okay, so we have a head. This is 18. Okay, so I'm going to make a fillet radius of 3. So to show a sign that it curves inwards. Okay, similar to this. Dark shade. Let's represent it being a hole. Come back here, move these two sets of lines. Trim off this line. And then create center line. Okay, so right here, we can remove this line, draw a linear line across here. And then do this. Okay, I want that pattern. So to get it, I have to improvise a bit. It's about 3. Okay, so that won't be enough. So I am going to do some measuring before I apply it. So from here to here is 6. Okay, so I'm going to offset 6 here. Then join this 6, radius of 6, then click here and then click here. Okay, and then we have this. Oh, what? Okay, so let me just mirror this. Okay, and then this goes away. Oh, let me mirror again. And this goes away. This remains for this. So we can repeat the same thing for this side too. Okay, select this, and then this, and then all this. Just mirror it somewhere here. And grab it, and then move it to this point. Okay, then remove these lines. So you move these lines. Okay. Okay. So we have to now move this. Ignore this one entirely here. As you can see, the holes are aligned, or they are in line. Okay, so now that we are done with this, we need to move on to the rest. Okay, everything is in line. Okay, so move on to this pin. Okay, I'll just draw it here and move it there because right, so the pin diameter is 25, that is 12.5, offsetting on both sides, and then you have a length of 84 from here there. Then there you have 12. So I'm going to extend this line. Then I am going to offset another 12 for the hole. Okay, so I am going to trim to this point because the other side also has a different diameter, and that is 38. So that would be what, 19, right? Set 19 here, 19 there. Extend this to join this, this to join this. You have this taken off, come to circle. What's the diameter? 6. Oh, D 6. Break parts of it to make it much simpler. So this is the hole. You can decide to fillet it a bit, but around the edges to make it look presentable. Let me undo this. Increase the fillet to about 4. So now I'm going to pick this, change them to center lines. Yeah. I undid, so yeah, I have to break this apart. Then when I pick this on Power AutoCAD, just pick the center, fix it on top of the center right there, and it's there. Okay, then for this ring, this the same. Is it 12? Okay, so I think I can even use the top of this for that. So because the top of this the same 38, the same 38, the same 25 here, and 12. So I'm just going to copy this. And then move it down here. We good? Yep. And then we can also see that this is a pin on top. So we can now remove this. Okay. And then when we do that, we have to show hidden line. So two things we can do. Okay, it's hidden through all because they are all passing through. So hidden line for them all. You all not true, so you have to highlight all. Okay, because there are multiple lines passing through. So hidden line. Do erase. Okay, so okay, so when you are done, you switch to your text. You have your text height of 5. You have your front view. To underline. Center it. Copy this. In your exam, just do the two, front view, end view. Sorry, front view and plan. Don't add an end view. That would be too much work. So in your exam, just front view, end view. Okay, so you have this. So for now, we are done with the drawing. Now we have to label this as components, and then when we label them as components, we have a part list or a material list for them. So to do that, we have to go to annotation and we have to come to leader line. So for the leader line, we have to work on this, the layer type, the line type. I decide to change this once. Arrowhead, yes, size 4. Okay. Leader structure, random space, it's 8 be too much. Okay, let's make it 4. 5. Then content. Okay, so for this, because we are going to label, we are going to use the block, then we are going to use the circle layer. Okay, so click on OK and then set current close. So we are going to click on multi-leader, and then when we click, this is one component. Which part exposes all the components? So this one. So we can start with this. Part A. Yeah. Then move on. Can label this as part B. They should be in line. So they should be in line. The pin. So in line with this. Part C. Then this one, drawing. Part D. And then take this last one, part E. A, B, C, D, E. So you can straighten them up with this. Click aligned and align this once. Okay. Align to, so align to this. Okay. Just not on. Yeah, that's it. It's aligned. They are all aligned and they are labeled in parts A, B, C, D. Then I would have to create a table. So I can come to table and then click on the arrow here. Yeah, this is okay. Let me change my text. Yeah, fine. I can use it for, or I can just create a new layer. This time say table. Okay, and that is what I'll use. Annotate. Click on the table. This is the table. 5 rows, 5 columns. I don't think we need 5 columns. I think we need 4 columns. We need about 6 data rows. Okay. So material list. Number, item, quantity, material. Okay, so number, item, quantity, material. 1. Number, A, item. Okay, so we go back to the drawing and then we note them. Okay, let's not know. So this is the I end. Quantity, it was just one. Material, I'm sure this will be made with mild steel. B, color, quantity is one. Okay, mild steel. B, C, D, and then E. So C is what? The taper pin. D is the fork end. And then the pin. They all have a quantity of one, all mild steel. Okay. Okay, so when you are done, you can close this up by just moving one of the circles close. You have labeled them, you have your dimensions. You come to your layout. When you come to your layout, you create your viewport. Change to viewport, MV, enter, turn the object snaps on, indicate your view, double click, okay. If it looks too small, you can decide to come and do the table here instead of doing it there. Do it here. Mostly it's better if it's with a drawing. Okay, this looks too small, so window, select maximum. Oh, where am I? Oh, double click, zoom, window, right. Okay, then I can turn off this, turn it off. Okay, so right, so this becomes your drawing. Save as, it's not DWT file, it's supposed to be DWJ. Okay, so desktop, assembly drawing, and I save. Okay, I was actually supposed to be saving throughout, but yeah. So when I'm done, that's it. So that is how we are able to do assembly drawings, or how you can do assembly drawings in AutoCAD and then submit it. Okay, right, so I hope you enjoyed it. This is probably a very long video.